Hi, I'm Amy Barnhart, and this is Dr. Dana Fillmore, clinical psychologist and marriage and family expert, and author of Happily Ever After, How to Be Happily Married to the One You Already Married. Welcome back to our regular series where we'll be answering your questions. So let's get right to it. Now we have a question from Fred, and his question is, in attempting to save a marriage after an affair, how does one shut down the visions and never-ending obsession of your partner with the other person?
Yeah, unfortunately, if I can even back up further than that, one of the biggest mistakes people make when they find out about an affair is they think that it's going to make them feel better if they find out all of the details. They think that it's going to give them this illusion of control and that they're going to have a better sense of safety if they know every little detail. And in fact, it's the exact opposite. When they know every single solitary thing, they create memories are visual for us. So even if they weren't there seeing the event, when they hear about the event, they create a visual of that. And it's virtually impossible to get rid of. Let me rephrase that. It's not virtually impossible. It's incredibly difficult to get rid of. So let me even back up further. And I recommend to anybody who's ever going to go through something like that, don't ask really about that stuff in the first place. That's not to say that you don't want to know how did it happen and why did it happen and those kind of things. That's the important part. Why our marriage was in trouble and what led to that. All of those questions. But as far as those memories go, you don't really want to put them in your head in the first place. That being said, once they're there, and that's what the question is really about, now he already has these memories, you want to try and overlap them with very good, loving, happy memories with you and your spouse. So you want to try and really create new romantic scenarios, new things to think about, new things to remember, new things that make you feel good with that person. And you really want to make sure you can replace those memories. And the way you do that is when one of the painful memories comes up, one of the painful images come up, you just take a little right turn in your head. You just think, oh gosh, last weekend was amazing. I went for a walk. We had a wonderful time. We went out to lunch. It was so nice. She looked at me, like she loved me again. We were laughing. You just take a turn. What most people do, unfortunately, is that memory comes up and they jump in and they dive in and they hold on to it and they run it over in their heads, and it just fills them with anxiety and dread and becomes like almost an addiction. People can't help but keep looking at that stuff. And instead, you want to resist the temptation to really stay in that memory. And when those things come up, you just want to go, okay, like I'm going someplace else. I'm just going to go over here. I'm not going to do that. And eventually that'll become a habit. And these memories lose power over time. And these memories become the thing that you connect with the relationship and you connect with that other person.
That's so lovely.
So
I know you've always talked about your mood is your choice. And I love the analogy that I've heard you say at other times about the train. So when the train comes up, can you share that today?
Sure. Well, that's exactly what I mean. So the train comes up, the anxiety train, as it were. The images come up, and what most people do is they get on that train and that's what happened. No, that's probably not what happened. Well, she probably still loves me. Well, she doesn't really. And they just take off on the train and that they engage in the debate. And that's why I mean taking a right turn. Don't ever get on the train. The train pulls up, the thought, the memory, and just go. I'm not getting on that. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to think about this, and I'm going to think about how much I care about this person and our children and our family and all the things that make me happy. And you really don't even engage in the train, and eventually it pulls up less and less and less, and you don't have that urge and that obsession with those thoughts and memories.
Well, it's so nice the way you're saying that you're actually empowering him to really, he can make a choice for what he thinks about. He can make a choice not to get on that train,
yes,
and to replace it with the loving thoughts that he wants to get back in his marriage. So that's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that.
You're welcome.
If you'd like your question answered, please ask it in the comment box below, because this is a regular series and we want to help as many people as we can. And if you'd like even more powerful free relationship advice from Dr. Dana, click on the link below the video. Thanks so much for watching.
Talk to you soon.